Hey friends, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel, and just in case you haven't already seen it, Manowar has released a fascinating new video, and to be specific, Joey De Maio, the bass player from Manowar, has released this video, and in the video, he and Michael Angelo Batio are playing 30 notes per second. Now, shred guitar players like to talk about this stuff all the time. Oh, dude, how many notes per second can you play? And if you're really smoking, you're in the 20s somewhere, right? You know, 20, 22, 24. And again, guys, think about this. Just 20 notes per second. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 80 notes right there if you were playing that fast. I mean, it is unbelievably fast. And in this new video, they're saying that they're playing 30 notes per second. This is like ridiculous, over-the-top, superhuman type of speed. So I'm gonna watch this video here, and I wanna figure out like if they are actually really doing this. And I've got a guitar here, and I wanna see if I can do it. Because, you know, I consider myself a shredder, in case you don't know. And I think I'm pretty fast. But can I do 30 notes per second fast? Well, we're going to find out. Anyway, I'm going to have a link in the video description for the original video. Maybe this is going to become like the Manowar challenge or something like that. 30 notes per second, can you do it? But yeah, we'll go ahead and play this here and see what they're up to. And of course, real quick, guys, if you enjoy videos like this, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. 30 notes per second, Joey De Maio and Michael Angelo Batio speed record in unison. Let's check this out.
This is Joey De Maio. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Over the years, there's been a lot of discussions about one of our favorite subjects. I'm talking about speed. It's a big discussion.
It's one of my favorite subjects, too.
People like Michael will go into it in a little while. Dirk, our engineer, will go into it. But I think people misunderstand at least what I'm doing with my instrument. This instrument is a piccolo bass guitar. It's a regular bass guitar, but it is tuned to the octave of a guitar, and that's why people think I'm playing a guitar. I'm not. I assure you it's a bass guitar with bass guitar strings.
Okay, so in case you guys don't already know, Joey De Maio, I mean, he's a bass player, but he really is one of those bass players that really has done their own thing. I mean, it kind of is a big part of what gives Manowar its distinctive sound. So he's talking about the bass and everything, but let's skip ahead here and see what, like how fast they're really going to play here. Let's see.
Speed.
We're going to go up to 30 notes per second.
Per second. 30
notes. The thing that makes this so interesting is when you see sometimes people play it, they might ascend or they might do a quick riff. We're going up and down. We're using part of the Mixolydian scale. We go up and hit the flatted seventh, and we start on a major.
Mixolydian scale. It's all Greek to me, but.
Seventh. And play a major scale up until that flatted seventh. But this is really fun to do. It is not easy to do, but I love it. People, you know, always say, oh, fast doesn't mean anything, but to be a great musician, to be able to be a virtuoso, quote unquote, you need to play fast.
Okay, so Michael Angelo Batio is saying he loves to play fast. I gotta say, I think that's pretty well established by now. Oh, and then we've got, of course, a German guy to like explain the technicalities, right?
What is highlighted here is one bar of 4/4. Here's a subdivision of 1, 2, 3, 4, and each subdivision is a quarter note. And we're dividing this quarter note up into 16 subdivisions.
Okay, so this is a sequencer here, so it's like half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, and then back down again.
So if you calculate that 4 times 16, a whole bar, it would be a 64th note. So this.
Okay, so just to explain what they're doing here is they've got this sequence, you know, this note sequence there that they're going to be playing, and it's 16 notes for each quarter note. So in the measure, you've got 4 quarter notes, so in the full measure, you've got 64 notes. And then it's just a matter of choosing the right tempo that's going to end up giving you that 30 notes per second.
This is at the moment 30 beats per minute, okay? The only thing that will change is basically how many notes a second they have to play. What will change is how fast they have to play each 64th note per second. At 30 BPM, this translates to 10 notes a second in order to complete a bar. then at 113, which will be the highest tempo we're going to do today, this will translate 30 notes per second. So I hope that made it a little bit clearer what I mean by having an actual musical reference to saying that I'm playing at such and such BPM. Now we can start.
Ja, danke, das ist gut. Okay, so now they're actually getting to the playing. So let's see how they do this here. They're starting slower and then they're going up to the 30 notes per second.
Now we can start, I guess.
Starting at 70. Okay, let's listen to that again here. Hold on. Okay, so each sequence, each like up and down, that like one of those is 16 notes. So it's going like that, right? It's like that's about the same speed as like the bass intro to Black Wind, Fire and Steel. It's like full moonlight is calling me, my kingdom lies within. Okay, anyway, they're gonna speed it up here, obviously. So let's see what they do after this here.
90 now, Mike. Now we're going beyond. Now we're leaving the shred zone, right?
Yes, this is the ultra shred zone. It's so fast we were reversing time. We were actually ending at 11:59.
That's so fast. That's ridiculous. Okay, so I've got my metronome here. So they're doing 113 with quarter notes. Okay, let's get this going here. So each click, you got to play 16 notes in like with each click. All right, I got my guitar here. Now this is not the greatest guitar, but I think it'll do here. So let me see if I can do this here. Okay, you know what? There's only one thing left for me to do here. Okay, you know what, guys? I spent some time off camera working on this. I could barely do 70 beats per minute. I could barely do the first warm-up setting. This is freaking impossible here. If I could barely do 70 beats per minute, how am I supposed to do 113? And I'm not like a slow guitarist. I mean, I'm obviously not Manowar fast, apparently. So for these guys to play it that fast, and again, it's not just like one run, but they're like repeating it without making a mistake. So hold on, 30 notes per second, so 60, 33 milliseconds. Each note lasts for 33 milliseconds. When you are measuring the notes you play in milliseconds, that's pretty fast. And sure, there are some fast Manowar songs, of course, Black Wind, Fire and Steel that I mentioned earlier. Ride the Dragon off of the Triumph of Steel album is always, you know, a fast favorite. Then there was Outlaw off of the next album, Louder Than Hell. You've got the Dawn of Battle, of course. Wheels of Fire is pretty fast. But I don't think any of those songs are like 30 notes per second fast. But Manowar has announced that they're working on a new album. So are we going to be seeing speeds such as this on the new album? Because I assume Michael Angelo Batio is going to be on the new album, right? So you've got, you know, this is like the opportunity to go as fast as you possibly can. Anyway, guys, my big takeaway with this is that I need to put my calculator away and I need to spend more time practicing. I suppose I should go and get my guitar out of the dumpster, although that thing couldn't really cut it anyway. I guess that was a bit of an overreaction. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it. I mean, the bottom line is Manowar can play 30 notes per second, Guitar Max cannot, and maybe somebody out there in the audience can also do the 30 notes per second, or even, I don't know, 26, 28, close to it. Guys, if you want to go ahead, guitar players or bass players, whatever, you want to make a video out there with doing this, I think this is now, let's call it the Manowar 30-note challenge or something like that. If you guys want to do something like that and post a video on it, come back here and talk, say you did it in the comments section, and I'll go to your channel and check it out. And let me tell you this, guys. If you post a video and you tell me about it one way or another, of you playing 30 notes per second, I will go and watch it. And if you actually did it, I will repost it, as a community post on my channel so everybody can check it out, all right? But it's got to be 30 notes per second, and you've got to really do it. Don't get the math wrong or something like that, right? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly had a good time, getting my confidence knocked down a few rungs after watching these guys. But again, I'm going to put a link for the original video down in the video description below. So guys, thanks a ton for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you soon.